Good morning. Happy Monday. Okay, hey guys, we're going to do a core circuit class today, and we're going to use a very specific piece of equipment, otherwise known as the foam roller. It doesn't have to be the big one like this one. It could be a half-size one. That will work. So I'm going to take a little bit more time explaining some of these exercises for you guys today. But first, we're going to do a little core warm-up. And we are going to, I'm going to put the little timer on. Okay, so everything's going to be 20 seconds for the most part. And it'll be on time, but for 8 rounds. So it's 20 seconds worth of work, 10-second break, times 8. And I typically give 2 exercises. Well, let's do a warm-up first. So before I put the timer on, let me show what the exercises are. Okay, so let's start with a slow bicycle. So that means holding it. And I want you to feel that engagement. The feeling that you should be having is like a crisscross. So from the left hip, in this case, to my right shoulder. And then switch and squeezing and holding. And then squeezing and holding. So slow bicycles to start. And the second exercise, let's stay lying on our back just because it's a little quicker transition. You can have your arms at your side with your palms facing up. Or you can have your arms up in the air. And you can have your legs straight. Or you can bend them. The more bent they are, the easier it is. So it's going to be a reverse curl. Okay, and the idea here is to reach up versus reaching over our heads. Okay, so with that exercise, it's actually more work on the way down. So try not to let your hips come crashing down towards the mat. You want to try and resist it by tucking in your belly button. Okay, so you're ready to get started. That's our warm up. And 20 seconds. Are you ready? You'll hear a little ding. Let's see here. 20 seconds. Whoops. Ready? So lie on your back, slow bicycles. Ready, set, and go. Slow bicycle. Exhale, squeeze and hold. Exhale, squeeze and hold. If you want to make it easier, kick your legs up a little higher. If you want to make it harder, you kick your legs down a little bit lower. So it's exhale, tuck your belly in. Exhale, tuck your belly, squeeze and hold. Exhale, tuck your belly, squeeze and hold. Rest. And time. All right, a little transition here. Arms at your side with your palms facing up or arms up in the air. Either one works. Legs straight, legs bend, 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 bend.
Exercise.
Either one works. The more bent it is, and you can even modify. You can bend them and then straighten them to kind of give you a little bit of momentum to get your hips up off the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Keep going. And if you're watching this on a replay, please type in replay for me and time. Okay, back to those slow bicycles. And I want you to do the least amount of reps in the 20 seconds. Okay? And go.
Exercise.
Exhale, squeeze and hold, tuck your belly in. Exhale, squeeze and hold, tuck your belly in. And if you can't reach your knees, that's okay. Just basically want to rotate your body is really what you want to be doing, is rotating your body. Yeah, there you go. Squeeze and hold. Kicking a little higher if you need to. And time. Drop one leg, drop the other leg. Okay? All right, where are we? Bottom of round 2. Get those legs back up in the air. Options.
Exercise.
Good. And remember, this is just the warm-up, so make it a little easier for yourself. And if this is bothering your back, you can just curl up and then curl back down. Nice and slow. Okay? Yeah, there you go. Good. That's it. Keep going. Let's do a couple more. And time.
Rest.
All right, where are we? 2 sets to go. There's 4 all together. Ready? Where are we? Back to those bicycles. Hands behind your head.
Exercise.
And here we go. Exhale, tuck your belly in. Exhale, tuck your belly in. Yes. And pressing. That's it. Keep going. All the way to the end. And
rest.
All right. Okay. Ready? Back to those reverse curls. If you're watching live, please come and say hello. And
exercise.
Go. Arms at your side, palms facing up. And let's do some reverse curls. So you want to exhale, tuck your belly in on the way down. Tuck your belly in on the way down. And the reason why we have our palms facing up is so you're not gripping the mat. It's really easy to grip and pushing off your chest and shoulders. And you want to stay relaxed in your upper body. And time. Drop one leg, drop the other leg. All right. We're down to the last pair. Are you ready for those bicycles? And then I'll show you some foam roller exercises. And
Exercise.
go. Press. Go as slow as you can, and I want you to feel your muscles, feel your body. Get the most out of each exercise or most out of each rep, let's say. Yes. And press, squeeze, hold. Press, squeeze, hold. Press, squeeze, hold.
Rest.
Good. Drop one leg, drop the other leg. Okay? Last one. Reverse curls, arms at your side. Get one leg up, get the other leg up, and
Exercise.
Here we go. Yeah, and if you don't get a big lift on your hips, that's okay. The idea is not so much how high you lift, but how you can feel your abs engage is really what's more important here. All right, guys, keep going. You got 5 seconds. Keep going. And time.
Rest.
Good stuff. Let me turn this thing off because she
Workout
doesn't
reset.
stop talking. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We got the foam roller out, and I'm going to show you a couple. We'll just do one exercise with the foam roller. All right, so it is going to be a plank, and you're going to pull in. And the pulling in part is going to be really, really small. So let me just move my camera down here a little bit so you can have a better view of what I am doing. So I'll give you some options. You're working the armpit area here, the serratus, okay, which is a very important exercise or muscle to help with for posture exercise, okay? That's 1. 2, we're also going to be in a plank position, and I'm going to give you a whole bunch of different variations because variations are good. Gives you some options because you still should be able to do this exercise regardless of what you can or can't do, okay? And that's the idea of variations. So the first variation is going to be in a tabletop, okay? So you can see my hips are up and my knees are directly below my hips. So I look like a table. And my palms or my forearms are parallel. And the foam roller is kind of like mid-forearm area. And you want to be looking forward because you always want to make sure that you're neutral spine. And the idea here is to not move your entire body forward and backwards. It's really about pulling in. And the pulling in is really small. I'm maybe moving about maybe 3-4 centimeters at best. Okay, so I'm going to tuck my belly. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale, pull. Exhale, pull. Exhale, pull, tuck your belly in. Exhale, pull, tuck your belly in. Exhale, pull. So you can see that I'm just moving here in this armpit muscle, okay, versus moving my hips forward and back. Okay, so you want to stay static. And the only thing that's moving is your arm bone inside your shoulder socket. So this would be the easiest one to do. Next would be walking your knees back. And my legs and my knees are hip width apart at least. And I'm in this modified plank position, okay? And I'm gonna do the same thing. Exhale, pull, exhale, pull, exhale, pull. So nothing is changing, same thing other than my arm bone moving inside my shoulder socket. Next variation from there would be the hardest. You'll be coming up into a full plank. And when you come up into a full plank, I want your legs to be nice and wide, almost like you're straddling the mat, okay? And it looks like this. Straddling the mat, maybe in plank, and the pull, and exhale, and exhale, and exhale. So what you're focusing on is pulling in and keeping your belly button tucked in, okay? So you want to feel it here and not into your low back. If you start feeling your low back, I want you to take a little break. Give yourself a moment and then join us again. Okay, so that's going to be exercise 1. It's going to be a plank pull in. And exercise number 2, let's do another one with on our back, just to kind of, I like flipping, doing classes we do forward and backwards. So just so it's easier on our low back. Okay, and you're just going to do you're going to do a static hold. So you're going to be here. I'll give you some options. Reverse tabletop. Okay, you can have your hands, you can lie down here and just press your waistband into the mat. So it's a static hold. If you want to make it harder, you can straighten out your legs more. All right, so that's the lower half option. If you want to make it even harder, drop your legs down lower. But at the same time, the idea is to keep your waistband pressed into the mat. The upper half option, your upper body option is, I gave you this one where you're lying down and holding, okay? From there, you can have your hands behind your head and come up into a curl and do a static hold. Or if you want to make it harder, you can drop an arm down here. Harder would be dropping both arms down. Even hardest would be sliding your arms back. The further back your arms go, the harder it is. So this would be the hardest variation. Okay, so make sure your waistband is pressed into the mat. And if you don't have any hands behind your head, you want to keep that chin tucked in nice and tight, looking at your kneecaps. Okay, so one is a plank with a pull in. The next one is a reverse. It's a hold. It's a hold. It's kind of like boat hold is really what it's called. Okay. All right. So you got 20 seconds. Grab your foam roller. Get yourself set up in the one that you
Starting your
want
Tabata
to
workout.
do.
Get ready.
I'll go through all the different
Exercise.
variations again. Okay. Tabletop. Make sure your knees are directly below your shoulders, leaning forward. Exhale, pull. Exhale, pull. Exhale, pull. And try not to let your head hang to the floor. I want you to look forward towards the top edge of the mat. Top edge, and then focus on, try not to overextend.
Rest.
And time. It's just a small little pull. That's all you are doing. All right, so we're here. I'm going to do the first variation. Stack your knees above your hips.
Exercise.
And press your waistband. Squeeze those knees together. So no gaps in your thighs. No gaps. Press those legs together. Press your waistband into the mat. Hold it there. Hold it there. How many seconds? You got 5 seconds. Yeah, this is harder. And
Rest.
time. All right, roll yourself up. It's a harder exercise than it looks. Okay. Next variation from here, I'm going to walk it back. My legs are wide.
Exercise.
Exhale, pull. Exhale, pull. Think about tucking your belly button in. Try not to overextend. It's just a small little pull. And you should feel it kind of around in the armpit area. And your abs should be turned on, right? Keep going. You got 7 seconds. All the way to the end. And time.
Rest.
Good stuff. Okay, so the pull-in actually works more your upper abs here. And this boat hold works more your lower abs. Okay, next variation. I'm going to come into a curl, and I'm going to straighten out my legs a little more, and I'm going to press my waistband into the mat. Tuck my chin in. So basically, you want to tuck your chin in right into your throat. And I want you to still continue to squeeze those thighs together. Yeah, squeeze them harder. Press your waistband into that mat. Hold it. And time. Good stuff. All right. Come on up. Turn yourself over. All right. I'm going to come into a full plank for this one. Straddle the mat. If this is too much, you can always just drop down onto your knees when you need to. Yeah. Focus on keeping that belly button tucked in. Keep going. You got 10 seconds. Don't let your head hang. All the way to the end. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. All right, turn yourself over. Other direction. Where are we? Bottom of 3. Ready? Pick your poison.
Exercise.
And go. Pick your poison. Doesn't matter which one you do. If at 10 seconds you're burning up, just drop down to the next option, right? Make it doable. At the same time, challenging. Don't try to kill yourself. Squeeze those thighs. Squeeze those thighs. And time. All right, roll yourself up. Last pair. All right, I'm going to take it back to the first variation just so you can see all the differences.
Exercise.
And squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. So try not to sit back. I want you to stack your hips right over top of your knees. That's what they are, knees. Squeeze. Focus on pulling. Exhale, tuck your belly in. Exhale, tuck your belly in. Exhale, tuck your belly in. And time. All right, last boat hold. Last boat hold. Ready? Pick your poison.
Exercise.
And go. Squeeze those thighs together. If you're here in this tabletop position and you're finding it too easy, perhaps your knees are too close to your chest. So make sure you kind of push those knees, inching it away from you, and you'll be able to feel your abs engaged more. Now I want you to squeeze those thighs together. And time. Good stuff. All right. Awesome.
Workout reset.
Okay. Ready for the next pair? Okay. So we are going to hold a plank with the foam roller. Okay. And it's the same variation without the pull ins. And because you're slightly elevated, it's typically a little easier. Okay. So I want you to think about pushing into the mat. So try not to let your head sink into your shoulders. All right, now I want you to think about tucking your tail under just a pinch. And I want you to tuck your belly button in and pressing. So you basically feel like you're puffing out your shoulder blades. You're reaching your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling and looking forward, okay? And this is the exercise, is just this. The second exercise is going to be, we're going to switch it. We're going to do that second. The first exercise we're going to do is we're going to do some side bends. We've done these before, okay? You're going to come down here, bottom arm down in front of you. Make sure it's not way over here. It's in front of your chest. Top hand behind your head. Legs bent easier, legs straight harder. Okay, so what you don't want to do is be looking at the ceiling because then it's going to get into your low back. So I want you to look towards me. Okay, so give you a focus. If your eyeballs start going up there, try to bring yourself back. Okay, you're going to push down on this bottom arm and you bring your elbow to your chest. So my legs are bent. If you want them more bent, that's easier. Straighter the legs, the harder it is. So you're going to go drop down. Hip and shoulder touches the floor. Push off. Knee and elbow come together and then bringing it back down. Okay, then you're going to flip over. I'm going to have to flip over this way. So this way, my mat is moving as I'm working out. Then you're going to do the other side. Harder, legs straight. Easier would be a knee tuck in towards your chest. Okay, so make sure your focus is in front. Then that second exercise is going to be a plank hold. And if you want to give it a try, you can have your come up into a full plank. All right, it's only 20 seconds. I want you to tuck your bum under just a pinch and then puff out your shoulder blades and hold it there. All right, so I give you two options with the plank and then a couple of options with the side bends. All right, are you guys ready? Side bends first. Pick a side.
Starting your Tabata
Any
workout.
side.
Get ready. Exercise.
And go. Okay, so I'm going to do the first option first, keeping the legs bent. So shoulders on the floor, shoulder off the floor. Shoulder on the floor, shoulder off the floor. Okay, and keep your eyes towards me. So this way, you're not staring at the ceiling. The moment you stare at the ceiling, you might feel it in your low back. All right, let's switch sides. Let me straighten out my mat. And this is because I have carpet. That could be the reason why. Ready? Set.
Exercise.
And squeeze and hold and release. Exhale, squeeze and hold. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze and hold. Good. I want you to see if you can hold it here for a quick second before you come back down. Hold. And if you want to make it harder, straighten out those legs. Aim those toes towards the ceiling.
Rest.
And time. All right, over to the foam roller plank. Ready? Set.
Exercise.
And go. Okay, so modified plank. Puff out your shoulder blades for me. Tuck your tail under just a pinch and look slightly forward. Like talk about like, I don't know, 50 centimeters, a foot-ish. I don't know. I don't know how to convert measurement. Just slightly forward.
Rest.
Okay. Even though I learned both, I'm literally caught between metric and imperial. And go.
Exercise.
Squeeze and hold and release. Squeeze and hold and release. Yeah, you want to push down with that bottom arm. Okay, that's how you make it easier. Push down harder. Get yourself up easier. Good, keep going. One more. Squeeze and hold and
Rest.
time. All right, flip yourself over. Ready? I forgot to get water. Ready, set, and here we go.
Exercise.
Squeeze and hold and release. The key is getting leverage and using your hip and your elbow to get those legs up. You want strong abs? These are working the obliques, the twisting muscle. Keep going. You got time for one more. Up you get.
Rest.
And time. All right. Foam roller plank. And I got a little surprise for you. Guys, after this, we like surprises, right? Set and
Exercise.
if you're watching this live, please say hi. And if you're watching this on replay, please type in replay for me. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Hold that plank. Look forward. Puff out your shoulder blades. Tuck your tail. Tuck your belly button in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And
Rest.
time. Good stuff. Okay, last pair. You don't have to do any more foam rollers, but you do have to do one of each of this. Ready? Set. And go.
Exercise.
Squeeze and hold and release. Squeeze and hold and release. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look towards me. Breathe in. Good. Elbow to knee, or as close to it as you can get. Couple more. Last one. And time.
Rest.
All right. Flippity doodah. Last one. Ready? Set. Top hand behind your head.
Exercise.
Push down. Squeeze. See how long you can like hang out here for, and squeeze those obliques and come back down. Good. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Good. Keep that chin tucked in, looking forward.
Rest.
And time. Good stuff. Okay.
Workout reset.
I'm going to show you a different plank that you guys can do with the foam roller. It is more challenging, okay? So if you don't want to use a foam roller, by all means, you can just get rid of it, because it's a plank with your feet elevated, all right? And the difference here, to make it harder, you want that foam roller closer towards your feet, tops of your feet. If you want to make it easier, you want that foam roller kind of on your shin. The closer it is towards your knee or knees, the easier it is. The further away that foam roller is from you, the harder it is, okay? So here's what it looks like. I'll give you all the variations. It can be a little, it could hurt your shins a little bit, but it's not a bad hurt. Yeah, you might feel it a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna do mine in the low plank, down on my forearms. Okay, or you can come up onto a high plank. Okay, if you have wrist issues, maybe down in a low plank. Okay, or up here. All right, so the idea here is to just hold it. Same kind of thing. All right, and then we're going to progress from there. So that's going to be your first exercise, is a plank hold, and the second exercise is going to be a plank to pike. Okay, so I'll show you the variations with and without the foam roller, in case you want to get rid of it. All right, so if the foam roller is further away from my feet, the harder it is. Okay, so I'm going to have it right to the very end. Here's the end. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale, pike up, inhale, back to plank. And it's really important that you don't sag down to the bottom. If you need to come down, okay, the best way to come down, if you need a break or to finish the exercise, exhale up, inhale down, drop the knees. Don't come all the way down towards your belly, because then you're getting into the low back. See that in my low back, because I'm in this position? Okay, so if you need to come down, just drop your knees to your mat. So it's exhale up, inhale back to plank. Exhale up, inhale back to plank. All right, so you're gonna do a plank hold, and to do it without the foam roller, it looks like this. It's basically the same thing without the foam roller. You're up on your tippy toes. Exhale up, inhale back to plank. Exhale up, inhale back to plank. Okay, so I'm going to do both variations in this round here. All right, guys, are you ready? Yeah, it's a little tougher. So take breaks if you need it. Okay, yeah, I'm sweating. Well, see, security, you got to have security to get this thing working. Okay, first exercise, it's a plank hold. I'm going to do without the foam roller first. Ready? Pick your poison in terms of your upper body option and your lower body option. So I'm going to do it on my knees, and I'm just going to hold, okay? Puff out your shoulder blades. We did this already, but with the foam roller underneath your arms. You're going to do it with that. Hug your ribs in, tuck your belly button in, tuck your tail under just a pinch, and hold it there. You got 4 seconds. Yeah.
Rest.
Second exercise, I'm going to do a plank to pike without the foam roller. And next I'm going to do it with, just so you can see the different variations. Ready? And
exercise.
Exhale up, inhale back to plank. Exhale up, tuck your belly in, inhale back to plank. Exhale up, tuck your belly in, inhale back to plank. Good. Keep your spine neutral. If you need to come down, drop onto your knees. That's what you got to do. Okay, don't hurt yourself doing this. And come down onto your knees. Good. Where are we? Back to plank. This time I'm going to do it with the foam roller. And I'm going to have it just around my shin area.
Exercise.
To make it a little easier. Good. Yeah, and the thing about doing planks for exercise, it actually works your whole entire body, not just your abs. Okay, so the key here is to make sure that you puff out your shoulder blades so you don't start sinking in. And that's when you start to get
Rest.
neck and shoulder pain. It's not what you want when you do a plank. Okay, so now I'm going to do a plank to pike with the foam roller. I'm here.
Exercise.
Exhale up, inhale back to plank. Exhale up, tuck your belly in, inhale back to plank. Exhale up, tuck your belly in, inhale back to plank. Same thing, don't start collapsing in through your neck and shoulders. If you need a break, just come down onto your knees. Exhale up, tuck your belly in, inhale back to plank,
Rest.
and done. Yeah, it's a little tougher for sure. Okay, back to plank. Where are we? 2 down, 2 to go. This time,
Exercise.
I'm going to do a plank up on my hands. So I folded my mat up and I'm holding it here. My arms are directly below my shoulders, puffing up my shoulder blades, looking forward, tucking my bum under, tucking my belly button in, squeezing those glutes, hold it, hold it, hold it, and time. Good. All right, back to plank to pike. I'm also going to do this up on my hands just so you can see the different variations.
Exercise.
And exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. If you need a break, just come down onto your knees. If you need more of a break, sit back at your heels, come off those hands. Take the pressure off the hands and the shoulders. Let's do one more. Exhale up,
Rest.
inhale down. Good. All right, where are we? Plank. Ready? I'm going to do it without the foam roller.
Exercise.
And I'm going to be down on my knees. And here's the thing. When it comes to exercise, you got to make it work for you, right? It's not about killing yourself. It's about making sure that you do things properly as a priority, not so much trying to, kill yourself. Working out too hard where your form gets all messed up. That's not what you want. Okay, back to plank to pike. Last one here, guys. Last one.
Exercise.
And go. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Maintain that plank at the bottom. If you need a break, you just take it. Shoulders do burn a little bit. Last one. And
rest.
Time. Good. There is
workout reset.
Number 8. Okay, so let's stretch. We got a couple minutes here, not enough to do a full round. So let's stretch. Let's come into a standing position here. Okay, let's get those hands behind. Interlace those fingers because we're on our arms quite a bit. Roll your shoulder blades back and down, and then gently pull the arms away. Gently pull the arms away. There you go. Beautiful spring day out. 14 degrees here in lovely Toronto. Okay, release those hands. Let's do that one more time. Bring those hands behind, interlace those fingers. You can always grab a towel. You can always just place your hands on your hips if this is too intense for you, right? Just rolling the shoulder blades back and down, opening up the chest, and release. And just shake out those arms. Good. And we're going to just do a couple little stretches down here on the mat. I wanted you to come up off the floor for a second there, just to kind of give yourself a little break. So we're going to stretch down here the front side of our body. And you're going to do a little mini cobra. Okay, the mini cobra is not so much an extension from your back, although there is some extension from your back. I want you to think about, first of all, let's have your arms down here, parallel, or as parallel as it can be. And I want you to roll your shoulders back and down. I want you to take a breath in, exhale, tuck your belly in. And I want you to think about reaching your collarbone up towards the ceiling. Okay, collarbone, not your chin. Collarbone, not your chin. Okay, because this is what I see. I see lots of this throwing your head back. Okay, I want you to think about collarbone. So you're peeling your shoulders down away from those ears and reaching that collarbone up and keeping that belly button tucked in. And what that does is it helps to support your low back. Good, and then release. Okay, take a little break here. We're going to do that one more time, then I'm going to let you go. Last one. Forearms down on the mat. Inhale, exhale, shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, exhale, tuck your belly in and reach your collarbone. So you're getting more of a upper spine extension. At the same time, you're getting that stretch down the front side of your body. Good, and then release. Take your hands to your chest, tuck your toes under, push yourself off. Keep your knees wide, toes together, sit all the way back. Drop your forehead down to the mat. Walk your fingertips away from you. And take a nice big deep breath in and a big exhale. Do it again. Big deep breath in and a big exhale. Yeah, slowly roll yourself up. And there is your core workout for today. And the recordings are here if you want to watch it on the replay. Just slightly different. Now you know what else you can do with the foam roller. All right, so have yourself a great week, and I will see you soon. Oops, I gotta get rid of these notifications. Oh, there we go. Okay, bye.